Well, also happening now, a man that was on a roof in Bangor since early this morning, claiming to have been trying to get drugs from inside of the chimney, is now in custody. He reportedly had an axe and a knife. We spoke with the homeowners earlier who say they do not know who this person is. Our Alyssa Thurlow and Mark Redeker have been there for hours now and have the latest. Alyssa?
Yeah, Morgan, good afternoon. A much quieter scene here on 14th Street in Bangor than it was about a half hour ago. As you mentioned, a man was on this metal roof of this home here behind me for nearly 7.5 hours in this brutal heat. That man is now in custody and he's on his way to the hospital for evaluation. Let's take a little bit of a look at some of the video from earlier today. We're told the homeowners were awoken around 4 a.m. this morning when they heard something on their roof. They went to the back deck and saw a ladder up against the back of the home. They say that's when they saw the man on the roof. Although they've never seen this man before, when they asked him what he was doing, they say he yelled down to them that he was trying to retrieve drugs out of the chimney. We're told he also had a knife. They called police, and when Bangor Fire and police responded, the fire department put a basket up near the roof. The homeowner's boyfriend says an axe was attached to it. He then jumped from the roof to the basket, grabbed the axe, and jumped back on the roof. We spoke to that homeowner, Peter Reardon, who lives at this home, and he said he tried to talk him down.
And he was not coming down, no matter what I said to him. He was not coming down. He jumped from our roof to the basket, retrieved the axe, and then proceeded to chop holes in our roof.
Now, again, the man is in custody on his way to the hospital for evaluation. No word yet on if any criminal charges will be filed. The road here, 14th Street, is now back open to the public. We're going to have much more on this incident coming up tonight at 4, 5, and 6. Morgan, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alyssa Thurlow and Mark Redeker reporting live in Bangor.
An unusual call for law enforcement in Bangor today. A man got onto the roof of a home and refused to come down. He eventually came down peacefully after nearly 8 hours in the hot sun. Alyssa Thurlow and photojournalist Mark Redeker show us how it all unfolded.
Residents of a home on 14th Street in Bangor received quite a wake-up call Wednesday morning. They were awoken around 4 a.m. to find this man, 39-year-old Stephen Nason, had used a ladder to climb onto the metal roof of their home and refused to come down.
The homeowners tell us they have never seen this man before. When they called up to him and asked him what he was doing, he said he was trying to retrieve drugs out of the chimney.
He was not coming down, no matter what I said to him.
They called 911. Bangor police and fire responded and found Nason acting erratically.
At some point during the morning, he started brandishing a knife and was threatening himself. So physical contact or any type of close contact with him for either our EMS people or law enforcement wasn't going to be an option.
With temperatures well into the 80s, law enforcement was concerned about his well-being. At one point, they offered him some water, but he was anxious about taking it. So Bangor Fire put a bottle of water on the leading edge of their tower truck, extended the ladder out to him. Nason was able to retrieve the water, but then proceeded to jump from the roof to the top of the basket area and was able to get a hold of their axe.
He jumped from our roof to the basket, retrieved the axe, and then proceeded to chop holes in our roof.
Bangor Fire Chief Jeffrey Lowe says it was an attempt to treat someone in crisis with dignity and respect, but unfortunately, that plan went south.
We wouldn't have expected that. It's nothing we would pre-plan. We certainly don't train for that. It happened, and yeah, it was an unexpected consequence of trying to do something good for him.
Around 11:30 a.m., Nason surrendered peacefully.
I would suspect probably the weather had a large part to do with it. I know at one point they were measuring the rooftop temperature and it was almost 130 degrees, so that's just a little bit unbearable.
He was taken into custody, then transported to a local hospital for evaluation. Bangor police call this incident abnormal in the fact it went on as long as it did, but dealing with people in crisis is a regular part of the job.
We look at the people that are on the street right now that people call us concerned about, and there's help for everybody out there if they're willing to accept it. People are allowed to make bad decisions. We can't make them accept the assistance if they don't want it.
Nason is now in Penobscot County Jail awaiting his first court appearance. Alyssa Thurlow, WABI News, Bangor.
Nason is charged with aggravated criminal mischief, creating a police standoff, and violating probation. He does have a long criminal history. He was arrested in 2019 and again in 2022 for creating standoffs with police in Orrington.